Hi, I'm here with Mike of CKY. How are you?
Great. How you doing?
Good. So congratulations on joining such an iconic band.
Thank you.
How did that opportunity come up for you?
Well, when I was a young boy, I actually met the guys when I was on a family vacation up to Philadelphia. My father has family there,
Yeah.
and we were in town visiting one winter. And I would just so happen to be at a Sam Ash music store. I met a good friend of mine when I was I was playing CKY songs on a bass, and he was friends with Chad, and he heard the songs and was like, "What are you doing there, guy?"
Yeah.
And we got to talking. He was like, "Yeah, I know the guys and this and that. I make jewelry for them." And I was like, "Oh wow, that's killer." And then he invited my parents and I to his lair. He had like this killer metal working facility that he lived in, and that was cool. And then through that, I met the guys
Yeah.
and ended up working with them, doing a little like videography stuff.
Yeah.
And flash forward, we always kept in touch, but
Yeah.
flash forward over the years, Chad had kept in touch with me, and I'd see him at shows, and we'd touch base every couple years. And then when I became a free agent, he immediately wrote me like 3 days later and was like, "Hey, what are you up to? We need a bass player." And I was like, "All right, let's do it."
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
exciting. Do you feel any pressure to kind of live up to the legacy, or are you just excited to be there?
No, I'm just happy to be here. No pressure. It's like he's like a weird uncle. He's like a weird uncle to me, and it's cool because I've known him forever. I don't really feel like nervous or anything like that. And I've been playing in bands my whole life up
Yeah.
to this point, so I don't really get starstruck or anything like that. It's just I'm just really like thankful to have been considered, and
Yeah.
it's a really like a cool full circle moment for me to be playing with the literal guys that got me on this path.
Yeah. Yeah. You have quite a background. What do you think you bring to CKY? Like your influences, your past experiences?
Yeah, definitely a bit more experienced maybe than some of my predecessors. I've been doing it at a very high level, very intense. Like playing my time with Soulfly exposed me and taught me a ton of things on a very high level of touring and being on a really big platform, playing huge festivals. I've
Yeah.
got all that out of my system, and I've learned from it. So like I have that experience, and that's really cool. And the fact that I've grew up listening to the music the guys have watched me become what I am these days is really cool. There's like a mutual respect there. Like I'm the young guy, I'm the new guy, but I've also like been here the whole time, which is a
Mhm.
cool like dynamic. So it's really cool.
Yeah, and you
Fresh
got that
energy.
background as a fan as well, like,
Yeah.
you've got a lot coming for you in there. So just dropped the first song in 7 years out of nowhere, like, that was
Right.
just wild seeing that, like, when I woke up, like, "What?
Surprise.
PK what?" Like,
Yeah.
I used to listen to him back in the day too. Um,
Yeah.
so what made this feel like the right time to come back? Like, was there, like, a plan?
I'm not sure if there was much of a plan for that. I know the band has just finished. We're finishing up the 25-year anniversary kind of a
Mhm.
cycle that we're doing. They've been doing,
Yeah.
and I don't know. It was just kind of felt right. The
Yeah.
timing. I know they had some stuff in the chamber, and I think it was maybe like they were either going to continue on as a two piece or I come into the fold, and I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, let's do this. So
Yeah.
maybe that's sparked some new inspiration for everybody, I guess.
Mhm. Um, do you have so the 96 Quite Bitter Beings was, put on the soundtrack again for the re-release of Tony Hawk. Do you have a connection to that track personally or
Who doesn't? If you're a
right?
CKY fan, like how do you not,
If they were to do another reboot, like what's the track that you think would belong on there, like a CKY track?
Flesh in the Gear comes to mind probably immediately if we're going like for nostalgic stuff, you know, I
Yeah.
think that would cool. Or if we were to do it, maybe the new track would be killer, Can't Stop Running. That's got
Yeah,
a cool upbeat, like poppy
it does.
skateboard vibe, I think. I think that'd
I
be
love
killer.
it. It's so nostalgic, but at the same time, there's like
Yeah.
there's clear like growth, over time.
Fresh
Yeah.
yet familiar.
Right.
Yeah. Super stoked on that new one.
Yeah.
And the bass sounds great.
It does. It's amazing.
Yeah. Chad's a master at manipulating sound, so kudos to him.
Yeah. And choosing musicians, of course.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's got an eye. He gets what he wants out of like the performance. You know, he's very meticulous in that way, and I think that's why the music is so relatable and so appreciative because he puts a lot of himself into it, and he pulls a lot from those that he surrounds himself with, and that's why you get such a potent product.
Yeah. So if you could describe this new chapter of CKY in 3 words, what would they be?
Can't stop running.
Yeah. That works.
We're gonna hit the ground running. This is a new era, you know.
It is, yeah.
A new era of the band. It's time to get back to work. And you know what's really cool about the future of CKY is we're at a point right now as a band where maybe a lot of fans of the music had not seen the band before. There's a lot of new fans that are younger that maybe, you know, they don't know any of the old history, and it's a great time to come in and show them like what the band's about with a new fresh attitude, fresh energy. You know, we're all quite a bit more refined now personally, and I think it's a really good healthy time for the band to be coming back into the fold as we plan to.
Yeah. And you've got some tours coming up already.
That's right.
What's something you're most excited about for those? Is it, like to play a certain song? Is it a place you haven't visited maybe, or?
I'm excited to just hit the road with the guys. I think it's really fun. Like you really get to know somebody when you're in close quarters with them, and when you're in a vehicle traveling between shows, it's like a really cool camaraderie there, team building exercise. And you know, I've been to most of these venues and cities before already, but never with CKY.
Right, never with these guys.
Yeah, and I think another thing that I'm really excited about is this music. For whatever reason, it really holds like a different vibe for me at this time of year. I don't know why, but like the autumn fall vibe matches CKY's mood and music so well that I'm excited to like be on tour with them during this time of the year.
Definitely. So there's probably a lot going on that we don't know about. Is there anything that you can share that we can look forward to?
Well, just dropped Can't Stop Running as a song, but we have a music video that will be released on Halloween. And that is actually the same day that we begin our tour in the UK. It's the first day of the tour in Oxford. And so that's pretty cool. And then obviously we have the Australian dates coming up in early 2026.
Yeah.
So that'll be really fun. And, you know, there's new music on the horizon, and we're going to be trying to hit a few markets that we've never hit as a band before, making some new music and playing a bunch of shows for everybody. So,
yeah. So most of my remaining questions are more of the fun variety.
Of fun.
So what is the wildest thing you've seen or done on any tour with any band?
That's a hard one. That's a difficult one because I'm not sure which audience. Are we a PG-13 story, or is this like?
No, you can just
Dude. Oh, you know, just. I don't. Well, here's a crazy story. We were on tour with Soulfly a couple summers ago, and we were pulling into Amsterdam to play a show. And for some reason, I don't want to throw anybody under the bus, but it is a literal bus story. Somebody driving the bus, or the team of drivers that were communicating, something got crossed up, and we ended up on a road that we had no business being on. And whoever was right. Yeah. So whoever was driving didn't know that we were going under an underpass that was like a few inches shy of our allotment, and he just went into it. It's so like conscious, like purposefully, that it scraped up the whole top of the bus. It ripped off one of our air conditioning units. Like it looked like a can opener, you know?
Mhm.
And it was like it wasn't just a regular bridge, there was a train track on the top. So like the cops showed up, and like it was this whole big thing. And my drummer and I, Zion, we were like, fuck, this is intense. So we like just got our backpacks and like went down into the city to try to
Yeah.
like just, you know, let it cool off.
Yeah.
And then while we were there, started getting text messages from our family and friends back home, because it made the news. It was like such a big deal, like bus
Yeah.
heavy metal band Soulfly has a bus accident in, you know, Amsterdam, and there's like a photo on the bus, and my dad texts me and he's like, "Are you okay? What's going on here? Like, what happened?" And it was like, yeah, we were fine, but they really blew it out of proportion, and like a bunch of concerned friends and fans were like texting us like, "Yo, is everything all right?" So that was an intense day.
And now you get to make these fun memories with
Yeah,
these
so
guys.
much fun.
Yeah.
So much fun. No, it's like one of those things that's like, you know, that only happens on tour.
Mhm. What is one song from the catalog that you can't wait to play live?
My favorite song is probably Sink into the Underground. It's a hard tie between Sink into the Underground or Attached at the Hip. Those
Mhm.
two songs are like perfection for me, and I get so excited when they're like coming up on the set list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if CKY was an ice cream flavor, what do you think it would be?
What?
Yeah.
I don't know. Depends on what era. Like back in the day, it was probably like whiskey and cigarette butts. I don't know.
Yeah.
Now I would imagine it's something more delicious, and I don't know why, but something just tells me that maybe perhaps strawberries would be involved, and I'm not sure why. Maybe we could just go off the colors and do like strawberry mango ice cream because it looks like the logo,
Yeah.
I guess.
So your background a little bit. What's the first show that you ever attended?
Attended.
Hmm.
I was at a blues fest with my parents. They brought me to back in the day, and I think it was like Eric Clapton
Oh,
was
wow.
playing, and I think that was like my first time where I heard music, and I was like, "Whoa, this is something else." Like he's up
Mhm.
there, he's playing that right now. That's coming from that guy, and that's also the first show I ever had a sip of beer. That was like the show. My dad was like, "Try some of this."
Yeah.
That's not how my dad sounds. I don't know why I said it like with a southern accent, but.
Was there a part of you at that time watching him that you're like, I'd love to do that? Like,
Yeah, I think that was like the switch. I was just like, "Oh, that's killer." Yeah, I think I get that. That'd be fun to do.
yeah. What are you currently listening to?
Right now I'm absolutely obsessed with this band, Lorna Shore.
Yeah.
Insanely heavy. Like if this band came out in high school, it would have rivaled my love for CKY as my favorite band. Like they're super heavy. I just saw them live out here in LA with the Black Dahlia Murders, another one of my favorite bands.
Mhm.
But I'm loving that new Lorna Shore album. Um, I've been listening to that. I try to keep like up with some of the modern bands. I like bands like Spirit Box and stuff like that. But you know, I listen to all kinds of music. I love In Flames. You know, I'm still listening to their last album. I guess that's not too new, but that's on a pretty heavy rotation usually, and a lot of electronic music that's like kind of weird. I'm all
Yeah.
over the place. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I just I don't usually listen to stuff that heavy, but I do, concert photography, and I just photographed the Lorna Shore
What a
tour.
killer production for that show,
Blew
huh?
my mind. It was
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so fun. And then if you were an animal, what would you be?
Probably a lion. My last name is Leon. It makes sense. If the shoe
Yeah.
fits, you know, I'm hairy. I got a big mane. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
Easy enough.
Yeah. And then that's all I've got for you. Is there anything else you'd like to share with anyone watching?
I'll just check out the new single, Can't Stop
Yep.
Running. We got a music video that will be released on October 31st, Halloween music video. There are costumes involved, so get ready. It's a fun, like hilarious video, very CKY-esque. So be ready for that. And if you're in the UK or Australia, we'll see you soon.
All right. Thanks, Mike.
Yeah, thank you. Have a great one.
You too.
Yeah,
Bye.
bye.